What up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mo.J and we are locked in. This is the Harley Fall Who is Cherokee Bill. In the movie, he's played by LaKeith Stanfield. But just like Rufus Buck, the real Cherokee Bill was actually a younger gentleman in his teens when his crime spree first started. We see in the movie him and Rufus Buck, they're in the same gang. Rufus is the leader, but in real life, they didn't know each other. They didn't cross paths. Although they did both terrorize through Oklahoma and they both got hung at Fort Sam in Arkansas, that's the only connection that these two have. But before we jump into the breakdown of who he really was, shout out to the notification gang. If you're new to the channel and you want to be a part of it, hit your subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Hit that like button, it's the easiest thing you can do. Now, for the most part, the depiction of Cherokee Bill in the movie was accurate with how he acted and the things that he was doing, because he was a bad man. So let's jump into it. This is who is Cherokee Bill, aka Crawford Goldsby. Crawford Goldsby was born in 1876 to his father, who was black, Sioux, and Mexican, and his mother, who was half black, a quarter Cherokee, and a quarter white. His parents separated at 7. Now, he didn't get the name Cherokee Bill till he turned about 17 years old. He's living with his mom, he's going to school, and he's embracing the Cherokee culture. Now, he doesn't have his first run-in with the law until about 1893 when he turns 17. In the movie, we see he runs with Rufus Buck gang. In real life, he ran with the Cook gang. The thing that they did get correct is Cherokee Bill was known for having speed with his gun, and he was one of the fastest people that anybody knew. Now, the name Cherokee Bill comes from Cherokee, his mom's side, and then Bill is stood for wild one, someone you didn't want to encounter with. The first thing that he did that was a crime was he went to go see this girl at a harvest dance. She was about 15 years old. Now, there was a guy named Lewis. Lewis came over and kind of overpowered him. So since he was embarrassed for what happened, the next day he comes back and he shoots Lewis several times. Now, he doesn't kill Lewis, but Lewis comes back and presses charges on him. At this point, he is now on the run and he is with the Cook gang. The Cook gang went on to terrorize for about a year and a half. In the movie, we see Rufus gang. They're just in one town and they're trying to get all the property and own this and, you know, just be ahead of this. In real life, the Cook gang, they started off kind of small. What they did was they were stealing whiskey, then they would steal like horses, but this led on to train robberies and stagecoaches. They also robbed $500 from a bank. They robbed $600 from a department store. In the movie, we see Cherokee Bill is more laid back. He'll talk his way through. But he has the name Cherokee Bill because he was a wild one. He was young. You have to remember, he's about 18, 19 at this time. So for him, he felt like he's untouchable. Now, there was a stint where they were robbing trains. They robbed the Pacific Railroad. And then 2 hours later, they robbed another agent. 10 days later, this is one of the biggest crimes that they committed. They robbed the Missouri Pacific Express. This is a train that carries large amounts of money, so robbing them would be a federal offense. Now, the crime that he ultimately went to jail for and got hung for was November 9th. Cherokee Bill and 2 other members, they held up a store and a post office. Now, there was a painter that was a witness. Cherokee Bill, I just explained to you that he was a wild one. The witness seen this. Cherokee Bill shoots him. They said he died instantly. And I'm telling you, this is the crime that Cherokee Bill would get all the charges for. In the movie, we see Cherokee Bill have a gunfight with Jim, and we also see him with Cuffy. Now, in real life, he ended up getting hung at Fort Sam. His court case went up to the Supreme Court, and he ultimately lost that. Now, the morning of his hanging, he woke up at 6 a.m. He had a smoke break and ate a light breakfast. His mother and his aunt actually came over to his cell and visited. His father actually showed up also. Now, his hanging was scheduled for 11 a.m., but it was delayed till 2 p.m. so his sister Georgia could come see him before the hanging. That's how they used to do it. Your family would be allowed to see you before you were hung. Now, at 2 p.m., when the hanging was to start, they asked Goldsby, did he have any last words or anything? And he told them, I came here to die, not make a speech. So he was hung, and that's the end of Cherokee Bill. So we did see the action and everything within the movie, but in real life, hey, it was a little bit different. And Cherokee Bill, he stood up to his name. He was one of the most notorious outlaws at that time in that territory. April 20th, 1897, the next year, a guy named Ike Robertson, who was allegedly part of the people that captured Cherokee Bill, he was killed and shot by a guy named Clarence Goldsby, who I'm assuming was a family member of Crawford. So that's how the family was, and Cherokee Bill's legend lives on. there you go, the breakdown of who is Cherokee Bill. Now, I like to see how they integrated him in the movie with Rufus Buck and all of the other historical figures, but there is also a difference of what they actually did in real life. Cherokee Bill was one of the baddest outlaws out there. Now, let me know, do you think that Cherokee Bill was actually one of the quickest draws? Comment below. But I'm Mo.J. If you like the content on the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on a beat, boy.